So I think right now, Boom is probably best known for doing the Power Rangers books, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as Go-Go Power Rangers, or I would say that that's probably what's getting them the most amount of attention. But they have put out some other books that I've wanted to read and check out, and those books are usually by Greg Pak. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say Greg Pak's this really great writer or anything like that. He did do Planet Hulk. That's probably his most noteworthy thing that he's done in the last, in the last maybe 5 to 10 years or whatever, was the whole run on Planet Hulk, which was pretty good. But he stays consistently, I would say he stays pretty consistently busy, either doing work on independent comics or stuff for Marvel. I know he's got a couple different things he's working on at Marvel, but he has done some things for Boom Studios. The other thing of his that I wanted to check out that I've heard is pretty good, I believe is called Robot Cadet U, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what it's called. Or it's a Mech Cadet U is the other series he's worked on, but that has since wrapped, and I want to check that one out. I may just go ahead and get the trades of that one, but I saw that he was also working on this series called Ronin Island, and I'm a sucker for anything that is related to samurai or that feudal time in Japan. I like stuff like that, so immediately it caught my eye. I was like, you know what, let me take a chance on it, see if it's any good. So this is Ronin Island #1, and from the very beginning, one of the more interesting things about it is that this does not take place in Japan. It takes place on an island close to Japan. And what's interesting about this island is that it is inhabited by not only Japanese, but Korean as well as Chinese. So it's kind of this island that has a mixture of these Asian cultures all living together pretty much in an kind of integrated culture here, although they do recognize their roots, from where they're from. They acknowledge all that, but they're all living together on this island, which is interesting. But it starts off, and this is one of the two main characters. This is Kenichi. It starts off with him, and today's the day where Kenichi and the other main character, her name I believe is Hana. She's Korean. He's from a more, I guess you could say, more privileged upbringing. From a wealthy upbringing, has a lineage, and his family lineage is that of samurai and stuff like that. And we have Hana, who is like this farm girl. She's a Korean farm girl, so she's like dirt poor, but she has been training for this day as well. So it's basically, they're going to find out who is going to be the one to really become like kind of the hero of the village, so to speak. So we have this competition between them to kind of determine that, and they're going at it. The two of them go at it and have a pretty fierce competition, and it basically ends in a draw. It ends with both of them becoming more or less the protector. It's going to be the protector of the island. But things really pick up really more towards the end of the book. And this is another thing that I find interesting too when it comes to Japanese, stories, legendary stories and things like that. So we have this guy come to the island who is basically telling them that they're all Ronin, and that he comes basically, he looks at them as pretty much just rebels, and he's telling them, accept me as your imperial governor, and I'll be able to protect you guys from what's coming. And they're just like, they're not having it. They ain't about to bend the knee. The whole reason apparently that they're on this island is because they weren't about bending the knee anymore. They weren't about being under a shogunate anymore. So there's a bit of a contention here. The elder of the village is trying to, or of the island, is pretty much trying to smooth things over to make sure that there's no kind of conflict. But then you see why this guy came around to begin with. And it's because, hey, look, this is what we're trying to protect you from. And this is what we see here. And that is, looks to be like Oni or ogres, demons, however you want to call them, or however they're specifically called. So this is already interesting to me. Like, you have these demonic creatures come, and basically it makes you wonder, though, the timing of everything, because they show up after this guy showed up. And, of course, they haven't said that in this, or but you kind of get the sense that it seems awfully convenient that he's offering protection against these things, and all of a sudden they immediately show up right after he offers protection for him. Well, first he offers a protection, and then he says this is the reason why he's offering that protection is because of these creatures, these cursed creatures. And now they have to get to that point. Well, now the people of the island, they have to get to that point. They have to decide, okay, well, it's time to fight. But that's where kind of things leave off is, they realize, something big's happening, and we're going to have to pick up arms and fight these things. So it's a decent little story. I like it thus far, although it's not anything really that I would go out of my way to say that it's that I was like, oh man, I really need to run and go get the second issue. But I'm just like, I'll keep it going. Let's see if it's any good, because like I said, I like those older legendary tales wrapped up in those kind of cultures. I mean, I can see mostly probably it'll draw from mostly Japanese lore and things like that. So, and like I said, I like samurai related stuff. I just want to see moving forward, like how he takes, if there's going to be things from, say, other cultures, mythical things from Chinese culture or Korean culture that's also going to be incorporated into this, because I think that'll also make for a much more interesting read going forward. So we'll see if that's the case or not. But I would say this is, so far, it's only the first issue, so there, again, can't say if this is a series I would recommend or not. But if it goes the way that I hope it goes, which, like I said, is something that includes a lot of like mythical things from different Asian cultures, I think that'll make it much more interesting. But have to wait and see to the next one. But if you just like stuff that has just samurais in it, and it doesn't matter to you that it has to be all that deep, it's just samurais fighting demons, then maybe consider picking this one up. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this book. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have any recommendations, as always, put them in the comment section below. Please be sure to like the video. And if you're not subscribed already, please be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Until next time, you know how it goes. The hunt continues.